once in a while you come across a story that reminds you that where you start doesn't have to determine where you finish. Imagine cleaning the hallways of a hospital as a janitor, and then fast forward years later, you're now a doctor at that same hospital. That's Dr. Shay Taylor Allen's story, and she's here with me this morning to tell it. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I saw your story on TikTok and I said, I have got to talk to her. So let's start from the beginning. How did you go from janitor to doctor?
I actually started there when I was 18 years old. I had a situation that happened with my mom. She got extremely sick, and we dealt with a lot of healthcare disparities actually at that same hospital. So I, was able to advocate for my mother, able to help her get the help that she needed. And that's what kind of pushed me to want to go to medical school. About a year later, I ended up going to Howard University College of Medicine and graduated from there. And now I just matched at Yale again for anesthesiology.
Going from advocating on your mother's behalf to saying, you know what, forget it. Let me just apply to medical school. There feels like there's a bunch of other steps in between that. Most people would probably be like, maybe I'll be a CNA. Maybe I'll be a registered nurse. No, you said straight to doctor. What was on your mind that made you say, I can do this?
So originally, I actually got in touch with the CEO of the hospital. I actually used to clean her room. So I used to take out the trash in her rooms. And I got this bright idea to reach out to her and to help my mom. And she did just that. She helped us in that situation. So I knew I wanted to do something to help people that were like my mom at that time. But I did look into other positions. I did look into nursing, CNA work and all those other things. But I knew that the only way to make that true change and take autonomy on my patients was to be that doctor that I wish my mom had. So that's kind of what pushed me to do that.
Still talking with Dr. Shay Taylor Allen. You can literally do anything you put your mind to. Like when our parents tell us that, you are living proof that it's true.
Yes.
Were you like a great student in high school?
So I was honestly top 10% of my class at the time, but I grew up in a neighborhood where we didn't get great advising at that time. So I didn't know how to apply for colleges. I didn't know the steps that I needed to take. And my mom never went to college. So we just didn't know how to go about that process. So even though I graduated top 10%, I didn't get the great advising to go to school. So it took me about 4 years to go back to college and figure out what I wanted to do with my life. So it wasn't a straight, narrow road, even though I was good in high school.
I'm a first-generation college student myself. No one ever talked to me about going to college. My mother moved us from New York down to Atlanta, and all of the friends that I had in Atlanta, it wasn't, are you going to college? The question was, which college are you going to? And that's what got me on the path to college, because I didn't want to get left behind. So it's so important that we're talking about even just giving people access to the idea that this is possible for you.
Exactly. And that's a big point of why I wanted to tell my story and why I told it on TikTok, is because I wanted young people or any age to understand that, one, it's not too late to go for whatever dream you want, and two, that it's okay to not know where you are in life and where you start. So I didn't know how to start at all. It only took like a Google search to be like, okay, what does it take to become a doctor? And then I went on from there. So it doesn't matter where you start.
How is your mom doing?
She's doing a lot better. She's has physical therapy. They know what her diagnosis is, which is great. For many years, they didn't know.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm talking with Dr. Shay Taylor Allen. She is in her residency now at a hospital that she was a janitor at just years ago. This is just a story.
Born at. Don't forget, I was born here.
And you were born at the same hospital?
Yes, born here as well.
Girl, let me find out that Yale Medical Center was in your trajectory. God said, Yale it is.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you hope people remember about your story? What is it that you'd like to leave my listeners with? Folks who may be on their way to jobs that they don't like. They may feel like they've missed their opportunity in life. Things may have taken them off track. what advice would you give them?
It's never too late. Where you start is not always where you finish. And I show that within my story. Like, I just started off as a quote-unquote janitor in a hospital. And at that time, I thought my position wasn't important. I thought I couldn't come here and become a doctor. I would see people walk down the hallways and thought that could not be me because I never seen a Black woman doctor at this hospital at that time. And I just want people to understand that just because you don't have that image, just because your life may have taken another path, does not mean that that is going to be the final position. I also want people to understand that a big thing that brought me here and brought my story to becoming a doctor is putting myself out there. Don't be afraid to send that email, to make that phone call, to do the things that you need to do to get in the careers that you want. Closed mouths don't get fed, like they said. And a big part of my journey was finding that mentorship, finding people who wanted to sponsor for me, and really just putting myself out there to further my career.
Such an inspiring story. How can people connect with you on socials?
So my TikTok is Shay Taylor Allen, and my Instagram is Shay with 2 Y's. Taylor.
Dr. Shay Taylor Allen. Does it trip you out when people say that?
Yes, this still does. Yes.
Thank you so much for inspiring my audience this morning. I know everybody's ready to run through a brick wall right now.
I hope so. I hope that, people get my story and they're just motivated to do something different today, motivated to go for that job, to start that new career. I really hope that I'm waking people up with this dream because it's there, especially for Black people. We can do it. Just don't let anything